Two people, same age, same city, same starting salary, both 26, both decide almost casually that it's time to get serious about money. So they do something simple. They each start putting $300 a month into the same S&P 500 index fund. Same day, same amount, same plan. Now, pause for a second, because what I'm about to show you is the exact moment where most people unknowingly ruin their financial future. And if you don't understand this part, you will almost definitely quit too early. Fast forward 20 years. One of them is sitting on a little over $300,000. The other just crossed $50,000. Same start, same effort, no extreme decisions, no risky bets. So what changed? It's not intelligence, it's not income, it's not luck. It's something much quieter than that, and it happens way earlier than people think. Let's go back. Year 2. Both of them are still investing, still consistent, still doing everything right. And yet, when they check their accounts, it feels underwhelming. The growth doesn't match the effort. It doesn't feel like progress. And that's the moment. Not year 10, not year 20, right there. Because that's when the doubt starts. Is this even working? Should I be doing something else? Why does this feel so slow? And here's the problem. That feeling is completely normal, but the decision that follows it is what separates the outcomes. Because compounding doesn't reward you when you expect it to. It delays the reward until most people give up. In the beginning, your contributions do all the work. The growth is almost invisible. It's there, but it doesn't feel meaningful. So your brain assumes something is wrong. But nothing is wrong. You're just early. And this is where people break the process. Not dramatically, not all at once. They pause, they skip a few months. They wait for a better time. They plan to come back later. And every time they do that, they push the real growth further away. Because compounding isn't just about how much you invest. It's about how uninterrupted the process is. The first person, they didn't feel confident. They didn't feel excited. They didn't feel like it was working. They just didn't stop. The second person, they didn't quit forever. They just stepped out a few times. And that's all it takes. Because the most important phase of compounding is the one that feels the least rewarding. That early stretch, it's not where you make money, it's where you build momentum. And momentum is what creates the later explosion. If you interrupt that, you don't just lose time, you reset the curve. This is why people who say, "I'll start later when I earn more," almost always end up behind. Because starting later doesn't just delay results, it removes the most important part of the process, the invisible part, the part where nothing feels like it's happening, but everything is being built. And once you see it this way, your decisions start to change. You stop expecting fast results. You stop reacting to slow ones. You stop looking for perfect timing. And you start focusing on one thing, staying in the system. Because that's where the real advantage is. Not in picking better investments, not in timing the market, but in not breaking the process. So what do you actually do with this? You keep it simple. You stay consistent. And most importantly, you don't interrupt the cycle. Even when it feels slow, even when it feels pointless, even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because that feeling is not a sign that it's failing. It's a sign that you're still early. And early always feels like this. Quiet, unimpressive, easy to doubt. But if you stay long enough, that quiet phase turns into something very different. And when it finally does, it doesn't feel slow anymore. It feels obvious. And by then, the only thing that mattered was that you didn't leave too soon.